Next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. Dances by him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there. Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. On 1st down, it's gone. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. On the handoff, this is Swift. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On third down, Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On second down, it's Ware. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by McManus is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 6.
And again, this is Ware. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Herbert off of play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and 20.
Right side here with Ware. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 38, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They start the drive with Ware. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Herbert. Open man is Kirk, complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running on first down, Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Eluding the pressure right. Williams brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Goff now looking to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. The 20, 10. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Play action. Here's Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down now, Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Again, it's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Goff.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Charger drive about to get going.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. On 2nd and inches, Herbert. Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So, for the Chargers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.